again. Black and white, because it's just a memory now. But if your politics turns into a snarling dog, make a decision on what you're going to do. When people start attacking you politically, or you feel like your country isn't going in the direction that you want it to go, collect your faculty. And what was the third one? It's been a while. And the first one was make a decision.
Change your ground.
The second was stand your ground. No, the second was collect your faculty. So, what is our perpetual threat? It's us maybe not being politically active because we're not involved in this conversation, and the way things are going are not in our best interest, in my opinion. What are the consequences of our inaction? The laws that are being made will begin to totally not reflect your standpoint and will start to work against you. It has been done. It will be done again if you let it. Okay? I am running for Congress because I have the requirements. Congress asked that I be 25 years of age. Congress asked that I be a resident of the state of Texas, and that I be a citizen of this land. I am all three. I'm actually overqualified for the position. And I would say if any of you feel like you have issues that you would like to be talked about, you run for Congress also. You run for mayor, you run for alderman, you run for governor, you run for anything that you are allowed to, because at one time some folks in our country were not. And I hate to slow it down and take you somewhere, but it is a very ugly story. When our country finished civil war, African Americans were allowed to take part politically and be elected to Congress. Growing up in HISD, I was never told that. I thought Sheila Jackson Lee was the see-all, be-all of African American congresswomen or people. Shirley Chisholm. I didn't know after the Civil War, African Americans were in Congress. Some people did not enjoy this concept, and when that began, there was a systematic removal of these African American Congress people. And it culminated with, I believe, I could be wrong, Congressman White, who was the last African American in Congress, and he gave a speech. And he said, like a rising phoenix, the Negro will return one day to Congress. And for many years, the African American was not allowed in Congress. All you have to do is research the Mississippi Plan, a strategic, systematic removal of African Americans from Congress. And one of the biggest things they recruited to do this was that Congress said, we've got too many of these highfalutin, educated folks in Congress. We need more frontiersmen in Congress so we can show this country where it needs to be. And now, we've reversed the conversation, even for ourselves. When that was the conversation used to keep African Americans out, sometimes we say, we don't need this frontiersman African American who lives in 3rd Ward, who was educated in 3rd Ward, who makes an awesome gumbo. We don't say we need more frontiersmen like him. We say we need more people who have got a master's degree. We need more people who have PhDs. But when you look in your packet I gave you, and I'll make sure that everybody has one, there's a page in there that says the percentage of the number of people who have bachelor's degrees and master's degrees and PhDs in our area. And that percentage is not high. Anybody did not get a packet? Just raise your hand. I'll make sure to get you one. I know you guys. Thank you for joining us this evening. Don't worry, we won't be here all night. Anybody need one? So we'll find somewhere that can anybody share with me? It's on the 70% have what? A bachelor's, and that's a 4-year program. Okay. Across from that we got masters. How many masters?
6%, right?
6%.
I didn't even read that. I heard
6 people out of 100 people have a master's degree in the district. And how many we got? You said 20?
17%.
17%. So we got, what is that, 1 out of 5? That's a very low number.
Too low.
So if you're the kind of person who says, I don't want to, the first question I have is, how long did that person stay in college and how much of them college credits did they get? You've got a small demographic to deal with. And you've also got a small group who will have that opportunity to carry on their own lives. So you're going to ask this person to, once they're done achieving all of their personal achievements, to come back and fight for the community, which may not even be in their same tax bracket by the time that's done. So in my opinion, maybe since some of the problems we're having are so basic, we might need some more frontiersmen back in Congress instead of how we defend ourselves. Every chance you get to inspire a child, every chance you get to inspire one of your friends, every chance you get to convince yourself that you are in control of your destiny, you do so, and you create candidates, and you create residents and people who will grow to think of someone other than themselves and put themselves in a position to run and represent you. If you know somebody who's running for Congress right now and you know them personally, that is an awesome thing. You should talk with them more before November. There are 2 directions this campaign can go. Okay? These are 2 directions people can do, period. They can do nothing or they can go forward. Action, inaction. But there are 2 directions this campaign can go. I can tell you a sugar-coated version of what's going on outside these windows. In your nation, in this neighborhood, in the state, on your, everything. I can sugarcoat it, or I can tell you what's really going on. That's why I chose to tell you about Medicare, the health care, your post office, the tax code, because these situations are not pretty, and these statistics that you see are going up in a negative direction. I told you poverty is high as it's ever been. Adjusted to inflation, the American today makes less money than they did in 1999. We are the first generation to have a stagnant income base. If you adjusted it to inflation, we make less money now than we made in 1999. So when you say, tonight I'm going to party like it's 1999, you mean it and you party because everything's going to be cheaper. More money in the pocket. Okay? But you never hear somebody have a party like it's 2012. Never hear it. So what matters, that was pretty funny. What matters is deciding to get on. I am asking you tonight to be aware that someone you know is running for Congress. I am asking you to jump on board and see what are the issues I want to talk about. What is important to me as a candidate? I want you to jump on board and figure out how you can help facilitate help. Not call me every day and come over my house every night. You know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But there are little things you can do. My cousin Philip helped us by facilitating the hospitality this evening. I'd like to thank him if y'all don't mind. Chef Tarsha allowed us to use the space for the dialogue. I thank her. And the tea, iced tea. Okay. I want to thank all of you for coming. Okay? It was the rain. Somebody might have not came because of the rain. Okay? Y'all might even thought about it, but you didn't. Okay? So, I saw this, I'm sorry. I haven't seen this movie called, bad time to run. The Polar Express. The Polar Express. I haven't seen this movie, but I was leaving the door, and it was on TV, and Tom Hanks' character, it's a cartoon Christmas movie. Tom Hanks' character says, there's a funny thing about trains. It doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is getting on. And that hit me as I left the door, because that's true. We'll hit a train. But, yeah, I was supposed to take the volume out. But, you see trains going everywhere, and the train is leaving with or without you. is going somewhere. And you can't stand in the face and say, well, where's this train going? And when's this train leaving? You got to make a decision on which train you want to get on, because if you stay there thinking all of them will leave. And I'm telling you that this campaign is a train. It's moving. As you can see tonight, we filled up all the chairs. We don't have any more chairs except for the booth. If anybody was over there, they'd have been feeling kind of awkward and away from everybody. Okay? So we did what we were supposed to do tonight. We had a successful engagement. We ate. We talked. And some of us got to wonder, why ain't Maurice talking like this for all these years? It comes out. We all grow up. We all develop. We all evolve. Some of us don't. And it's our job to help those who cannot evolve. And if you see a political system that is not evolving, and that political system was made to facilitate your happiness, your pursuit of happiness, might I add. It says the pursuit of happiness. It does not say we will give you happiness. You can pursue it. Okay? And that means change your government to suit you and your friends. Okay?